A new arrival! Shame about my gatekeeper. I'm so happy I could just tear out your intestines and strangle you with them. I suppose an introduction is in order. I'm Sheogorath, Prince of Madness, and other things. I'm not talking about them. You've probably figured that out by now. Let's hope so, or we're in real trouble. And out come the intestines, and I skip rope with them. But perhaps now's not the time. You've made it this far, farther than anyone else. Well done! Take this trinket of mine. Perhaps it will serve you well, or look lovely on your corpse. I've been waiting for you, or someone like you, or someone other than you for some time. I need a champion, and you've got the job! Time to save the realm, rescue the damsel, slay the beast, or die trying. Your help is required. A change is coming. Everything changes, even Daedric princes, especially Daedric princes. Daedra are the embodiment of change and permanency. I'm no different, except in the ways that I am. The Grey March is coming, and you're going to stop it. The details aren't important, at least not right now. Eternity is on a rather tight deadline. We'll get back to that later. Now, you run an errand for me. An important one. Of course, anything I tell you to do is important. My realm, my rules. You're going to Zedilian, one of my favorite spots in the Isles. It's a little place I used to take care of unwanted visitors. And some are more unwanted than others. The gatekeeper takes care of most of the unwanted, but he's dead. We'll have to remedy that soon as well. Anyway, there are those that have other ways into my realm, and they're on the move. We don't want them here, trust me. So, you're going to get Zedilian up and running. Here's a little book to tell you how. And the Attenuator of Judgment. You'll need that too. Of course, you can always get more details from Haskell. He's a detail-oriented type of person. A big help. And a snappy dresser. Now, get going before I change my mind. Or my mind changes me. Really, no need to trouble yourself with the details of that now. It would just cloud your little mind. What is important is getting to Zedilian. Quickly! Before I get bored. Oh, you wouldn't like me when I'm bored. New Sheath. My home away from places that aren't my home. The current location is much better than some of the prior ones, don't you think? Yes? Speaking to me? Well, I'm he. He's me. And others as well. Or they were, weren't they? The Isles! The Isles! A wonderful place! Except when it's horrible. Then it's horribly wonderful. Good for a visit. Or for an eternity. A little busy here! I'm trying to decide what to have for dinner. Oh, how I love eating. One of my favorite things to do. Talk to Haskell if you need more information. He's got more brains than a brain pie. Oh, brain pie. Perfect! Care to donate? You can go now. Run along. Scoot.
I hope you guys enjoyed that episode recap. Before we talk to Haskell, I'm actually going to read the manual for Xedilian first. And that is simply because it's honestly a lot more flavorful than what he says, but we have that autosave there to go back to. I've learned, whatever. On the subject of Xedilian's construction, Lord Sheogorath, let me begin by extending the warmest regards to you and your noble being. The construction was completed on time and well under the budget as you demanded, under pain of fun, I believe you are quoted as saying, and with only the most infinitesimal loss of life. That's funnier than I remember. I am proud to say that by harnessing the energy of the most unusual crystalline formation, Xedilian should maintain itself for years to come, with proper maintenance, of course. At your request, I have included the full operation instructions for each section of the site. If you have any other questions, please feel free to bother me anytime. Like when you originally thought of this idea in the middle of the night. I really like this. The heart of Xedilian is its power source, the Resonator of Judgment. By tuning this huge chunk of crystal with the Attunator of Judgment, a tuning fork of sorts, we have released a wave of siren-like sounds that will draw anyone from outside the Isles. 3 focus crystals have been placed throughout the site to assist in keeping this wave of sound even and stable. This site will not function without all 3 focus crystals running in unison, so it's important to keep them clean and safe on their cradles, which I have called their Judgment Nexus. The focus crystals are irreplaceable at this time, so take proper precautions guarding the site when not in use. Xedilian is split into 3 encounter areas, all linked with the latest in arcane transport technology. As the hapless Xedilianites, it was fun to experiment on them, thank you for that, make their way through each room, they are subjected to a test based either on the manic philosophy or that of the Demented, whichever suits your whim at the time. All you need to do is push a single button, then sit back with your favorite wine. We've provided luxurious observation platforms from which to enjoy the show, and watch the results. Each encounter area has a unique theme that matches your requests as close as we can provide. I think you'll be pleased with the results. Below I have detailed each room and the effects you can expect from them. In brief, as I know your lordship is busy, Chamber of Conversion, a fairly empty room with a large grating on the floor and a single half-sized harmless gnarl in the center. The manic result will result in our harmless gnarl growing in size to nearly thrice that of the average Xedilianite. Most we observe run around in an attempt to escape the lumbering creature. Eventually it will stop and fade away. The magic of the room is enhanced by the spore gas we pump in through the grating. The Demented result. Our tiny friend Gnarl is joined by a swarm of its brethren and they attack our surprise guests. Genius. That's probably death. Chamber of Avarice. In this room, a huge mound of treasure sits atop a half ziggurat inside a securely locked cage to which there is no key. The manic result. We drop several hundred keys on the ground that are all exact duplicates. It's amusing to watch the Xedilianites scramble through the keys for the correct one. Some spend days. Amazing. Demented result. When the Xedilianite reaches the top of the ziggurat, we blast them with a highly concussive flame spell. The blast always sends them flying. Good fun for all, discounting those that do not survive. Chamber of Anathema. As you requested, we saved this one for last. The Xedilianite that has the mettle to make it this far now faces the toughest challenge of all. This room features freshly killed corpses and plenty of hanging bodies. For your darker moods, my lord. We killed a Zedilionite and cause a specter of his former self to rise from the body. Not many Zedilionite minds can handle this one. Most go insane this far into the site. I must confess this room is a favorite of mine. Demented result. Nothing better than a good old-fashioned battle. We raise at least double the number of zombies as there are Zedilionites, and let them all have at it. Simple, elegant, and deadly. I hope you are pleased with the results of the Zedilion. I know you'll have just as much fun using it as we had fun constructing it. Strangely, we have yet to receive payment for the site, but I am sure it is a minor oversight and it will be corrected as soon as your lordship has a moment. Oh, he died there, didn't he? Alright. Now we speak to Haskill.
The Mad God has given you a task. Surely someone of your copious talent should be able to handle it?
Sheogorath.
He is the Prince of Madness, the ruler of the Shivering Isles. The Shivering Isles is what Sheogorath wills it to be.
Zedilion?
Yes, quite an amazing place, really. Wonderful for relieving one's tension as you watch those troublesome adventurers suffer. No offense. I'd say your next move is to head to Zedilion and get it reactivated.
Zedilion?
I'd suggest you make haste and get to Zedilion. My lord Sheogorath does not like those who lollygag. Or maybe he does? Bah, just get going.
Reactivated?
Yes? Ah, silly me. The book has no pictures. Can't really expect you to read that now, can I? To reactivate Zedilion for my lord's pleasure, you'll need to find 3 focus crystals and return them to their resting place. Each crystal has a matching receptacle called a judgment nexus. Even you can't miss them. Without the crystals in place, the resonator of judgment, Zedilion's power source, cannot be restored.
Reactivate it again.
You have the attenuator, the manual, and a map. I'm certainly not going to carry you there, so I'd suggest you get to it. Place one foot in front of the other. You know how it goes.
Well, all right then.
The Mad God has...
Yep, that's about it. Before we head out, however, we are going to partake in, I guess, another stage of the Antipodian Hammer. That's really just a consistent quest throughout the DLC, I believe. There's no way to absolutely complete it. I think it's just there to mark that you have that area. Honestly, I don't know why it's a quest. Into the missing pauldron. This place is pretty. I like it. Ooh.
Hello, I'm Dumag Grobong, best and prettiest smith in town. I know the secret art of forging amber. Here, take this list. It explains what I need.
Forge armor? Oh, no, wait. Amber?
Amber is a resin found in root system tunnels and on gnarls. When treated properly, it is especially suited to lightweight weapons and armor. I alone know the ancient art of forging amber. I can even craft you magical items.
Magical items?
Before my master passed on, she hid countless matrices in the world, there to soak up the magical essence of our world. As my master has done, so will I, before I pass on. Find me one of these matrices and enough amber, and I will craft you a magical item.
Rumors.
I've heard ghosts haunt the ruined city of Vythar.
Oh, that's actually important. Yep, let's just pay him to re-enchant the... No. Let's talk. Let's talk, friend.
Maybe
Do you
not
have...
pretty, but they get the
You
job
don't have...
done.
You don't have any amber. That's a shame.
Let's see.
I'll be back once I'm done selling things to this guy. I've got so much.
If you need anything else, you know where to find me.
Let's forge weapons.
What is your desire?
Magic arrows.
I like how magic makes things glow all pretty like. Light up your foe by sticking a couple of these in him. What?
There we go. Do we have any other matrices here? No, we do not, and I'm not going to worry about that, really, if I don't have it. Yeah, so, moving on from this.
I can make just about...
Yeah.
See you.
Oh, that's not an exit? Oh, that is an exit. So, let's make our way down to Zidillion. Huh? Oh, come on. Let's use our new enchanted arrows. I actually really like the amber arrows. They look pretty. I don't actually remember if they're more or less effective than the dementia arrows. Let's take a look. And the madness arrows. They are the same level of effectiveness. That's it. That's honestly, that's about what I expected. Let's just use up the perfect ones. Not our smartest decision, but I'll take it. Up. There we go. I've entered Zidillion. I should now begin locating the focus crystals that link the Resonator of Judgment with the rest of the dungeon. Come on. None of you see me. Oh, hi. Well, he saw me right at the end. Grumite eggs. What have you got? Eh, nothing too big. I feel like I should know how to get there. Something I will proceed. Oh god. I guess a bit of a preamble before the quests, before we get really into it. Since there are two connected to this dungeon, I'm rolling both of them into the same episode. I will say right now that this quest does have consequences, but only if you do it wrong. My goal generally is to make each of the people that you encounter in this quest live, but you get less rewards for that. Just keep that in mind. Jeez. So if you don't particularly care if characters live, then by all means. I, however, do. I've discovered the first of the 3 focus crystals. It was affixed to the top of a Grumite shaman's crystal staff. I think they are using the crystals as a power source for their weapons. Now that I've removed it from the staff, I should place the focus crystal in its judgment nexus and continue. There we go. All right, I'm just moving on. I placed the first focus crystal into its nexus. I can now continue searching for focus crystals. Yeah, that door doesn't open until you do that, so just don't worry about it. Yeah, Madnesor. The more Madnesor, the better. We have a lot of Madness matrices, but not a lot of normal matrices. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Okay. Could have went better. But I'm glad nothing went wrong. The next one is pretty close, isn't it? Ah, not that close. Wishful thinking. If you're a bit of a lower level, Zedillion can be quite... Ooh!
Ha!
Quite the thing. I've always said I'm not too bright. Still true. Crystal staff, very good. Water root pods. I've discovered the second focus crystal. I should place it in the Judgment Nexus to continue. All right. Very cool. I've placed the second focus crystal into the Nexus. I can now continue searching for the final focus crystal. If I don't read things robotically, it becomes a lot harder to speak. Huh? Oh, I see. I'm dumb. I didn't recognize the area entirely at first, but now I do. Oh, no, 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 no. Come here. Come here. Come here. I was honestly blanking on Zedillion's, like, internals. But now I've got it. Ooh. Explore every corner. You never know what's going to be there for you to sell and get your mercantile skill up because it's really low and you need to keep working on that. Huh. I love how Elder Scrolls is a game series where you can really do anything you want. You could be a merchant. You could give up saving the world. You could do this. And just roleplay as a completely insane person living in the Shivering Isles. That one's actually really fun. Madness Shield Matrix. How many matrices do we have? Boots, cuirass, helmets, shield, sword. Could be worse. I do plan on, once we have maxed out our heavy armor skill, which is really close. Yeah, it's really close. Switching over. I just need to make sure to take a lot more beatings. Ooh, judgment. I get a lot of that from my parents. Oh, no. I'm not really here. Another shield matrix. I'm getting a lot of repeat matrices, and I really want to show them all off, but it's really feeling like I might not. Or if I do, it will take extra effort, and I can do that. It would just be ever so minorly inconveniencing. He just dropped. Oh, that was beautiful. All right. I do like their shields, by the way. Their shields really aren't any good for you, but they're really cool looking. I've discovered the third and final focus crystal. I should place it in its judgment nexus to continue. I almost said in the final nexus. That really sounds like a very, very important video game location. I've placed the third and final focus crystal into its judgment nexus. The path to the resonator of judgment itself is now clear. My next task should be to attune the resonator by using the attunator of judgment that Sheogorath provided me. Come on then, you. What's up here? Nothing. Alright, that works for me. It makes mapping out the area much simpler. What? Oh, good. Could have been bad, but it wasn't. Wisp core. All right. The resonator of judgment has been attuned. Did I just thump it? I should now make my way back to New Sheoth and report my success to Sheogorath. Oh, but wait, we're not done. Interesting how these are used. Very interesting. Let's save here. This is where that branching path thing I mentioned earlier about people dying comes into play. Did I get this? Yeah, I did. Can't open that yet, so let's go over here.
Finally, Lord Sheogorath has sent someone to assist me. But where are my manners? Must get into my professional tone. Welcome to Zedilian. I'm the dungeon caretaker, Caliban Nerendil.
Tell me more.
A wonder of engineering, is it not? Zedilian is the ultimate test of metal for the foolhardy adventurer that dares trespass into the Shivering Isles. What they don't know is that they're being drawn to their doom, courtesy of the Resonator of Judgment.
Oh boy. Tell me more.
Ever since that wretched gatekeeper was made, Xedilian became redundant. It fell into disrepair and was eventually all but forgotten. After only a few years passed, the Grummites began moving in. Ghastly things. They mistook the focus crystals for some sort of religious symbols and removed them from their rightful places. This rendered the resonator inert and Xedilian completely useless. Luckily, you came along and placed Xedilian back into operation.
Enough. How do I get out of here?
Yes, I tend to ramble. You'll have to forgive me. If you have the attenuator, then Sheogorath must have sent you. Xedilian would normally have sent you back to the entrance when you stepped on the pad in the resonator chamber. Since you're up here, I can only surmise that adventurers are already entering the dungeon as we speak.
What? Why do I have to do this?
I'm afraid until the adventurers are dealt with, Xedilian will keep you here. Even I can't will its doors to open. To put it bluntly, you're stuck here for the moment. No disrespect intended.
Alright, fine. What should I do then?
The only thing we can do is let the adventurers complete a cycle through here. I'll be glad to help. I assume Sheogorath gave you the Manual of Xedilian. You can consult it for more information, or I can provide instructions.
Ooh, neat. The chamber?
I will be happy to describe each chamber and explain the event that unfolds as we proceed through Xedilian. This first chamber is the Chamber of the Gnarl. At the touch of a button, you can cause a large group of tiny gnarls to appear and attack the adventurers. Or, if you're feeling merciful, we can have the group terrorized by a seemingly lowly gnarl that instantly grows to twice their size. The hallucinogenic spore gas we release into the chamber will help lull the victims into believing the creature means to kill them. Don't worry, its bark is far worse than its bite.
You're the most normal person I've encountered here, and your job is torturer. Instructions?
As the adventurers make their way through Xedilian's chambers, they will encounter choices that you make in these control platforms. All you need to do is decide what becomes of the adventurers. Will you drive them insane, or will you pull the life from their bodies?
Oh boy. Oh my god, I didn't expect that to branch off into this many things. How do I make the choices?
Simple. Wait until the adventurers are in position, and then press a button. If they survived, they will proceed to the next chamber, and so on. It's really quite ingenious.
How do I know when I'm done?
You'll know you're done when they lie dead on the ground, or they are out of their minds. Of course, any of their possessions you wish to keep are yours for the taking. I'll make sure you get them when you're done.
Do you handle the cleanup?
Well, the dead will be disposed of, have no fear. That's my job. Those that are lucky enough to merely go insane will be granted a place in the Shivering Isles as a permanent resident.
Alright, explain the choices.
Each chamber presents two options. When you push the appropriate button, an event will unfold for the adventurers to experience. One is physically harmful, usually lethal traps or creatures, something relished by the residents of Dementia. The other choice is more mental. They are designed to make the adventurers lose their grip on reality, much like the residents of Mania. Of course, the introduction of spore gas with the Mania choices helps as well.
Alright, that's more than enough.
As you wish.
The instructions.
What else can I answer for you?
That's it, I just wanted to say the other line. Resonator of Judgment.
The resonator works by drawing adventurers to itself with a sort of magical siren's call. Sheogorath uses the resonator to find the cream of the crop, as he calls them, the best of the worst, to populate the Isles. Quite clever, eh?
Yeah, I do like it.
For you, of course.
He already likes me.
So good to be back in business.
I will save at each of the spots so we can see both effects really easily, though I'm probably just gonna only use one.
Now keep your weapons ready and watch your backs. Do what I say, we might just get out of here alive.
Oh god, which one's Mania again? Gnarl Swarm,
This is supposed to
Giant
scare us?
Gnarl.
Ah,
Do you guys say other dialogue? Who are you, actually?
We should go back. I'm not sure we should be here.
I don't remember you.
what in Oblivion is that thing?
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
Be careful. There may be more to this creature than meets the eye.
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Are my eyes playing tricks? Or is the creature
By the
growing?
gods, when will it stop? It could devour us
Run
whole.
for your lives!
Get back here, you cowards. Something's not right.
All this time it was merely an illusion. How clever.
Wait, what's wrong with Lewin?
Makes no sense. Should be dead. But what? Oh,
I think this place got to him. Perhaps we should leave.
No, we'll pick him up on the way out. He must fend for himself.
I've unleashed the giant Gnarl on the adventurers in Zedilian with the threat of what he perceived as certain death knocking at his door. Lewin the rogue has gone insane. I should make my way to the next observation room and choose how the adventurers will encounter their next obstacle.
What can I assist you with?
Nah, the dialogue.
You're doing quite well so far. Keep it up. What can I assist?
Alright, that's fine.
You're doing quite well.
Actually,
what can I assist?
Instructions. That's enough. Alright, good.
You're doing quite well. What can I assist you with?
Chamber. I'll show that other dialogue in a cutaway, don't worry.
The second chamber of Zedilian is the Chamber of Avarice. The adventurers will have to overcome their feelings of greed as they set their eyes upon the huge piles of treasure locked behind that gate. You may choose to spring a fire trap and cause them great harm as they stand before the gate. Or you can fill the chamber with hundreds of keys and watch them frantically search for the correct one. Always a crowd pleaser. You're doing quite well so far. Keep it up.
I'll take your word for it.
I told you, treasure. Let's have at it, Sindelius.
I like that. That's where we got the topaz. Drop keys. Fire trap, drop
Can't
keys.
you just wizard it open?
Anything else?
If only my arts included open lock spells.
Blast! The cage is locked.
Gromok, be careful. This looks too good to be true.
If only Lewin were here, he could get us through this in no time.
We'll have to fend for ourselves. Do you think you can pry the door open?
Forget it. This is obviously a trick. Let's get out of here.
To be so close, and yet so far. If only we had the key. Wait, do you hear something? Look, keys. One of them must open the gate. We're rich.
Let's get out of here, Sindelius. This is obviously a trick to waste our time.
I see it? Yes, it must be here.
They're all fake. Just come with me now.
Find it. Yes, I must find the key. Rich beyond all my dreams.
Suit yourself.
I've caused Sindelius the Mage to go insane by pouring hundreds of keys on the ground, which convinced him that one of them opened the gate to the huge treasure pile. All that remains now is the leader of the group, Gromorok. Gromok. I should make my way to the last observation room and choose how the stubborn orc will encounter his final obstacle. Gromorok sounds like it's the name of an actual rock.
Too bad none of those keys fit the lock.
I like that part.
I see Lord Sheogorath chose wisely when he selected you to liberate Zedilian. Now, how may I continue to assist you?
Easily.
You're
Why
doing
not?
quite well so far. Keep it up. Too bad none of those keep. What can I assist you with?
The chamber.
The third chamber of Zedilian is the Chamber of Anathema. Its contents are designed to make sure it's the final encounter. The adventurers will be subject to horrors beyond their imagination. Visions of repugnance, death, and malevolence reside in this room. If you wish to bring ruin to your victims, you may choose to animate some of the corpses and watch as they satiate their hunger. Or we can create the illusion of the adventurer's dying and his spirit rising from his corpse. Good fun to be had for all. Then, just as suddenly as we kill him, we revive the adventurer. There are few minds that can stand this type of torture.
Oh, you're a fun one.
Doing
You're a
quite
fun
well
one.
so far. Keep it up.
Steady, Gromok, steady. You've been through worse before. What more could this place possibly throw at you?
Come on, spit out a few lines.
Bring it on. I'm ready.
And?
Bring it on. I'm ready.
Wait, did I read that right? Oh, good.
What? How in Oblivion can I be dead? This is impossible. Nothing killed me. I didn't even get a chance to fight. No chance to defend myself? No chance for battle? Why? Impossible. This is impossible. Gromok has never lost a fight. Never.
By making Gromok think that he actually died and became a ghost, I've driven him insane. Now that all of the adventurers have been dealt with, I should speak with Caliban. Caliban?
You've made short work of the intruders. Sheogorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice. Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings.
Chamber.
I'm afraid you've exhausted Zedilian's resources. This was the final chamber. Not to worry. We'll have your spoils to you in no time at all.
Right, this is where he sleeps. From frog to man. Anything I should look at in here? I don't remember if there is. I can't use his bed. That's perfectly fine. Strong potion of fortune. Oh, that's not even stealing. It's just there. Okay.
As is the tradition, you are to be awarded a focus crystal as a token of your fine work. I'll have it sent to the palace and placed in the main hall if you wish to take a look at it.
Another trophy. You spoke of earnings?
Oh, yes, of course. It seems a most unusual weapon was recovered from the orc warrior, Gromok. Never seen anything like it, but perhaps his journal can give you some useful information. Beyond that, take whatever else you need from the recovery chest. You've earned it. You're free to go at any time, of course, just up that hallway. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Brass pearl ring. Talisman of abetments. That's really cool. Potions, shocking truth, gold. Recovery chest. What do you mean we didn't get the thing? Huh?
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Alright, you guys can just target. No, don't do that! It's a very delicate situation. And if you die, the quest stops.
I've fought mud crabs more fierce.
Before exiting Zedillion, I was attacked by 3 unusual beings in equally strange armor. I should ask Caliban if he knows anything about them.
That was quite a battle. I hope you are uninjured.
No, I've been injured. What were those things?
You've not heard the legends? How could that be? Those beings, as you call them, aren't beings at all. They are the soulless abominations known as the Knights of Order. Their attraction to the resonator isn't surprising. It was built from one of the obelisks that dot the isles they seem to have an affinity for. You must proceed to Shergorath at once and tell him the knights have returned. Quickly now, go!
So, I'm very briefly, not rushing back, looking to see if there are any bugs. I don't see anything in specific. On Xbox, you get an achievement after speaking to Caliban at the end. If you... Alright. Ah. Okay. See, the issue is there has been a bug encountered that's actually not supposed to be encountered. Because of course there is. See, Gromok is supposed to give up his sword. So I'm just going to save here and reload until we get it. So, I went through that a few more times. I didn't get anything. Oh, torch went out. All right. Went through that a few more times. I didn't get anything. And then I opened my inventory and here it is. Dawnfang. Dawnfang becomes, let's read the journal. The Third of Rain's Head, 3rd Era, 431. We were finally able to convince that idiot rogue Lewin that it was his time to give up that strong box of money he stole from lowest quality merchandise in Anvil and ditch it outside the castle. All the heat he brought on the group was starting to chafe. Sindelius pretty much sat him down and made him do it because I was ready to put my foot in his face. I know he's a rogue, but we're adventurers. We get our loot from raiding old crypts and ruins and places that ain't got guards. He can be a real horse's ass sometimes, I'll tell you. 12th Rain's Head, 3rd Era, 431. Almost at 451. What a bad Freitas we've had. We hit what was left of old Fort Wariel, and after slaughtering a bunch of no-good marauders, we grabbing their loot, made our way north. We came to the ruins of Trump. Sindelius says that they were Aelid? Oh my god, Aelid. Or Aelid. some island, some kind of old civilization, but all I cared about was how loaded with gold they were. He said usually they were, so in we went. What a mistake, the place was crawling with skeletons and ghosts. Those things give me the creeps. How can I fight something that ain't even alive? Lewin took a few good hits, and had to pop all his potions. Sindelius broke his arm when a trap almost crushed him to death, and got a nice nasty scar across my forehead. Close call. Best of all, when we got to the treasure hoard, Lewin was out of lockpicks. Why do we even keep him with us? We had to drag the damn container out of Drum all the way back to Camp Atrine. Now I'm sitting here staring at a stupid metal box, wishing I could use Lewin's head to bash it open. What a dolt. 13's of Rain's Hand. Third Era, 431. After a night of deciding whether or not to snap off Lewin's arms and Lewin's legs and use them as firewood, I sent Sindelius and Lewin to Anvil to buy more lockpicks while I guarded the box. They came back in a few hours and Lewin picked the lock in the first try. Good thing too, I was still pretty mad at the guy. I don't like sitting around all day. Anyways, Sindelius got all excited when he saw something wrapped up in some sort of fancy cloth. Inside the cloth was a bunch of stuff, but the best was the sword. What a beauty. Blade looks like a mouth with teeth, handle like golden snake skin, and the gem in the middle of it, a perfect fiery orange and red, like the sky at dawn. Sindelius was going crazy, and I asked him what it was all about. What was all the noise for? He told me it was a cavery or something like that. The people that like that, man, made by the snake people, or the Paesi, or whatever. Oh my god. Reading his writing is actually kind of tough. Sindelius says the Paesi starts with a T. S. Oh, that makes sense. I'm stupid. I didn't even recognize it. But that doesn't make any sense. Saesi. Fine. There, I wrote it. By the 9, Sindelius is nosy sometimes. Well, anyway, the best was yet to come. Right as the sun was setting, the sword vanished for a moment and was suddenly replaced by another weapon that looked almost the same, but the gem was a deep blue and purple. Sindelius said he was certain that at dawn it would change back to the orange and red gem. Well, this was good enough for me. That alone made the sword the best thing I'd ever seen. Lewin muttered something about Akaveri magic, but I told him to shut up. I decided to call the sword Dawn Fang, and when it was orange and red, and Dusk Fang when it was blue and purple. 14th through the 16th, Rain's Hand. Third Era, 341. Things are getting better and better with my new sword in these last few days. I found out Dongfang is a fire blade and Duskfang is a frost blade. Handy for extra killing power, but the best was what I found when a Minotaur decided to jump us and I landed the killing blow. I heard a voice in my head, or maybe a thought? I don't know, it was weird, but it felt like the sword knew it had just killed the Minotaur, like it was counting or something. At first I thought maybe I was just tired, but after tearing through a camp of bandits, it kept counting. After the 12th kill, it told me its thirst was satisfied, at least I think it told me. Then it stopped. Sindelius said it's possible the sword was a blood drinker, my kind of sword. But he didn't know what would happen. It didn't take long to find out. When dusk came around and the blade changed, I almost fell off the campfire log. The new blade was still Duskfang, but it somehow seemed stronger. I could just tell. I couldn't wait to try it out. I ran right out and looked for something to kill. Didn't take long to come across a few of those stupid imps. Sure enough, not only did it do more frost damage than normal, but also I could feel the energy from the creature transfer to me every time I hit it. What a weapon this was. Yeah, Duskfang's superior. That's what I'll call it. Sometimes I amaze even myself. Sindelius told me he was sure Duskfang would blood drink too, and I could power up Dawnfang with it. I spent all night looking for the 12 things to kill, and when the sun came up, he was right. Dawnfang Superior is to be this one's name. It's like having 4 blades in one. 17th to the 19th, Rain's Hand, 3rd Era, 341. It's been the most fun I have ever had in my life, cutting a bloody swath across the ruins of Cyrodiil with my new double sword. Sindelius and Lewin are even more confident now that we have such a powerful weapon among us. We've gathered tons of loot in the last 3 days, but nothing compares to this. We're going to head north and explore the area around Nibbin Bay today. I hope something else like this turns up on our adventures. Then I'm gonna retire. And then he came here. It did not work out in your favor, sir. Anyways, yeah, the round, which one is it now? Dawnfang. At night, it'll change into Duskfang, and if you kill enough things with it, it'll be even more powerful. That's about it. I'll see you guys later. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, oops. That was almost bad. So, pal, anything else to say? I have been doing this for a while.
You've certainly done your part protecting Xedilian. Should Sheogorath ever decide to visit, I'll be sure to inform him of your proficiency.
Xedilian?
Now that Xedilian is up and running, I'll endeavor to keep it as clean and tidy as the day it was created.
The Knights of the Order.
There isn't much more to say about these soulless creatures. No one knows why they invade or where they're from, but they aren't from the Isles. They haven't walked among us in many hundreds of years. Now that they've returned, there's no telling what may happen to us. My best advice is to destroy them on sight. They wouldn't hesitate to do the same to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Tell me more.
Oh, voice change.
Hasten back to the palace. Sheogorath must know.
And that's what we'll do next time. Hi. This video has been going on for a while, and I'm not going to bog you guys down with even more dialogue. So instead, you'll see it in the next video. Thank you all. Bye. Whoa. Oh, why did I teleport forward? I was going to do the outro there, but... Oh, it was because of the shield? Yeah, it was. Okay. Shield clipped me ahead. Alright. Thank you guys, and now I actually will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Ugh.